Hello, and welcome to our third day of Unit 2. We're going to start off by doing Guess Who. And as part of our Guess Who, I need you to either get a whiteboard and markers or a piece of paper, pencils, crayons, anything that you can write with, okay? So what I'm going to do, as we have done in the previous unit, is I'm going to call out a sound, and I want you to write all the ways that we make that sound in English. Some of them will have only one way, but some of them will have several. So the first one that we're going to do is the word sound ah. Ah. I want you to write the way we make the ah sound in words. And when you're ready, you can hold up your paper or you can give me a thumbs up. Okay, it looks like most of you have already actually done it. Okay, so our first sound was ah, and I see that you wrote ah with the short vowel sound mark or the smiley face. And when I think of a word that has that sound, that ah sound is in the first syllable of the word packet. Right there. Okay. Let's do another one. Next sound is eh. What sound? Eh. Write the eh sound on your papers. Okay. Looks like most of you have already figured out it's Eddie Elephant with a short vowel sound. And I can hear that sound in the name Ed. Okay. All right, next sound is E. E. I want you to write as many ways as you know to make the E sound. But make sure at least one of them is E as in an open syllable. Okay? Looks like most okay. So E in an open syllable is just the E making the long vowel sound. And we heard that or saw that in the word even that we built earlier in our unit, in that very first syllable. There are other ways to write E, or make the E sound, but we're just going to focus on this one today. Okay? The next sound is I. I. I want you to write the way we make the I sound in words. All right. That can be found in words like chin. You can hear that I sound in chin. All right, the next sound is I. I. I want you to write as many ways as you might know to make the I sound, but the main one I want to make sure that's there is the I in an open syllable. Okay, so I in an open syllable is by itself, making that long vowel sound, and we can see that in a word like item in that first syllable. We see that long vowel sound. Okay, the next sound is ah. Ah. Write the way to make the ah sound in words. Okay. Most of you put an O with the brev or the smiley face, and we can hear that ah sound in the second syllable of robot. Ah. All right, next sound is O. O. Okay, I want you to write all the ways you might know to make the O sound, but make sure at least one of them is O in an open syllable. Okay, and when you're done, show me your board so I can see some of the others that you might know. Okay, I see some of you put an OW from last year. Good. And you put an O consonant E, like in a magic E word. Good. But O in an open syllable is going to be by itself, making that long vowel sound. And in that case, we actually hear that in the first syllable of robot. We heard the ah in the second syllable. We heard the O in the first syllable. Okay. Let's do the S sound. S. Write the way to make the sound in words. I saw most of you pretty quickly put that S, and we can see that in words like skin. Skin. Okay. Now I want you to make the Z sound. We know two ways to make the Z sound. I want you to write both of them. Okay, hold up your boards. So I see that many of you put zigzag zebra or Z. That is the classic way to make the Z sound. But I also noticed most of you also put the Sleepy Sammy. Okay, so Sleepy Sammy, he's going zzz. And we hear that in words like the word we practiced this unit, music. Music. Good. All right. This time I want you to do the sound. Write the way to make the sound in words. Excellent. Okay. So U, there's our short U sound. And we heard that in words like much. That short vowel sound in much. Now let's listen for the U or oo sound. U or oo. I want you to write as many ways as you know to make that sound. Okay, and when you're done, hold them up so we can see kind of the different ones that you did. So I see some of you put the foot in the boot twins, the double O. Good. Okay, all right. Now, most of you put U, your long U, in an open syllable. Some of you did also put magic-y U, consonant E. But the open syllable is the one that's tied to what we're working on this unit. And we saw that in words like flu. Okay? All right. The next sound is the digraph ch. Ch. Switch her up. All right. And we had that in words like chin. Okay. The last one, or second to last one, is write the way to make the digraph. Good. And we had that in words like thin. We also have the voiced that we write the same way in words like that. All right. Very nice. Okay, I will see you in just a second to do our unit story. All right, welcome back. So we are now going to finish up day 3 by looking at our story. So I need you to get your copy of your Unit 2 unit story, Robot Day. There are 2 pages to it, so here's page 1. There's page 2. I also am going to need you to get your story map that was sent with you in your packet. Okay, so let's look at our story today, our robot story. I'm going to read part of it to you today. I'm not going to read the entire part. Then you're going to read the rest of it on your own, and then we'll be doing some other activities with our unit story. And our unit story, as you know, is a play. And so in a play, you have characters, so there are people who are playing the parts. We have quite a lot of characters in our play called Robot Day. We have a narrator. We have a character named Joe, one named Beth. We have one called Chen's Robot. We have Mr. Sue, Chen, Seth, Megan's Robot, Everyone, Megan, and Joe's Robot. Now our story is called Robot Day, so that means that there's probably a robot involved in our play, especially since we have 3 robots as characters. And robots are fun machines that are able to do different things for us. Sometimes they can help people, doctors, do operations. Sometimes they can help people vacuum their house. What do you think you might like a robot to do? So I want you to think about that, and maybe if you have a learning helper nearby, you can ask them what they would want their robot to do, and you can share what you would like yours to do. In the meantime, we're going to read the first part of our play. Now we have some story words in here, and these are words that we have looked at in our word list, but they're part of our story or our play today, and you're not responsible for them, but we do want to know them for the story. So the first word is button, and the next word is together. This word is ready, radio, and friendly. All right, so we're going to do button, friendly, and ready in the play today. So listen for those words as we're going. And I also want you to listen for any vowel stealers that you might hear. All right, so we're going to start off. Here we go. Here's our narrator. I want you to follow along with me as I read. It was Robot Day at Pathway School. Each child had made a robot that could do a trick or two. Today they were going to show them off. Mr. Sue, it looks like we are ready for Robot Day. Who wants to show your robot first? Everyone says, me, pick me. Did you ever feel like that, where you want to be the first person to get picked? Mr. Sue says, let's start with Joe. Show us your robot and tell us what it can do. Joe says, my robot can wave its hand and say hi. Everyone with robot voices goes, hi, 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 hi. Mr. Sue says, that's such a friendly robot, Joe. Can you shut it off now? Now, I want everyone with your robot voices to say with me, hi, 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 hi. Joe goes, oh no, the button got stuck. I can't stop it. Uh-oh, I think it's about to run down. All right, everyone, do it again with me, but this time, let's make our voices softer in our robot voices. Hi, 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 hi. Mr. Sue says, thank you, Joe. Chen, where is your robot? Chen says, oh, my robot is in this box. And the narrator goes, just then everyone heard a snap. The side of the box came open. A very thin robot rolled out. Then it began to spin. Well, that sounds like a good place to stop if you ask me. So, when you're doing your independent work, I want you to read the rest of this play. I want you to read it and find out what happens with Chen's robot and also with Megan's robot. All right? And I want you to read it more than once so that you can become a little more automatic with it. And if you want to read it to one of your learning helpers, that's a great idea too. Okay. So when we read it, we did have some of those special words, those story words. Now remember, ready means that you're prepared for something. So when Mr. Seuss says it looks like we are ready for Robot Day, it means that everybody is prepared to start Robot Day. They had all their things with them. And then another one of our story words was friendly. And we know that friendly means to act like someone's friend or to behave like someone's friend. So that friendly robot means that it's one that wants to help out, doesn't want to hurt anyone. And then the last one of the story words was button. And in this case, the button would be the tab that you would push in order to make the robot do something or stop doing something in this case. Okay, so after you have read your story to yourself and then maybe to someone else, I want you to take your story map and I want you to write the title of the story right up here. So you're going to write Robot Day. And then I want you to list who were the main characters. Now you can use the story or the play up here to help you with some of that. But then with the setting, you're going to have to read through that first part of the play to find out where do you think this story is taking place. So the character is going to be who is in the story, and the setting is going to be where are they when things are happening. And then the problem, if there is a problem. Now there may not be one, but if there is a problem or there were problems, what were they? And then what was the solution? So one problem that you might have encountered in the play would be that Joe's robot didn't know how to stop. It kept going. But the solution was they let it run down. Okay? So read the rest of your story. Then fill out your story map, and then that's going to be what you need to turn in as part of your independent work. All right. See you next time on day 4.